Hey guys, this is Katie with Vintage and Vinyl, back with another great video for you today. And in this video, I'm taking you with me. That's right, I'm getting ready for my big trip to Houston, Texas. I am heading out to visit some friends and YouTubers in our community, and we are going to Roundtop, which is the wonderful antiques extravaganza out there. It is going to be a ball. We're going to antique and thrift, and of course, tour the Bluebell Ice Cream Factory and hit up some of the fabulous museums in Houston. Did you know that Houston is home to a funeral museum? Well, they are, and I think that would make an excellent video, so we're probably going to go. I just can't wait. It is just going to be one of the best times. And of course, I thought since I got a new vlogging camera as an early birthday / Christmas present, it would be the perfect time to do a little travel blog. Now, I got the Nikon Z30 camera, and I couldn't be happier with it. I'm just sitting back here in my YouTube office packing up my carry-on, and I thought that I would show you that and of course have fun playing around with my new camera. It is going to make life so much easier. I was filming on my big DSLR camera, and it's really good for taking photos, not so great for video. It's not really made for that, and the video would cut off about 10 minutes in, and then I'd have to start filming again. Just a big mess. And of course, iPhones are great, but they really just don't have the ability that the regular vlogging cameras have. You can attach microphones to them much more easily. You can get footage off of it without having to try to figure out how to download it. I just like this, and it is going to be a fabulous addition to this trip, and I'm going to have so much fun using it and showing you all of the cool sites in Houston and Roundtop. So let me flip you around and show you what I take with me when I travel. So a little fun fact about me, I actually love researching luggage. Yes, I'm a big fan of quality luggage, and one of my favorite luggage brands in the entire world is Tumi. Now, they typically make pretty expensive high-end luggage, but I've been lucky over the years to score a few pieces really inexpensively off of eBay, and this is one of them. I think I got it for around $80. It was a steal of a deal. I've had this about 8 years, and as you can see here, it looks almost brand new. And I have put this bag through the paces, so I am so thrilled to get to take this on another trip because this guy is like my travel companion. It has everything I could ever need in it. It holds a ton of gear. It really is fantastic. And if you want quality and you want something that's going to last, not sponsored, but I love my Tumi products. So I started already the packing process. I'm going to have to take several bags. I normally have a carry-on and then, of course, my personal item, which is my backpack. But because this trip kind of involves antiquing and the fact that I'm probably going to be bringing home some really interesting and cool things, I'm going to have to check an extra empty suitcase so I can fill it up with all kinds of goodies. Now, that will limit me because I can't go buying any big advertising displays because I have no way to get them home. I told some of the people that I'm meeting up with that I'm kind of afraid I'm going to fall in love with something that I don't have a way to get home. But of course, I could always ship things, but I'm going to try to get it all back on the airplane, so we'll see how that goes. But this is my Tumi bag. I've had it, like I said, for 8 years. I love it. It looks almost brand new, and I've been filling it up with all kinds of things that I need in flight and, of course, when I get to my destination. So one of the first things that I put in my bag, and I always have with me, is these little lens wipes. I get a large box of them on Amazon, I want to say for like 500 of them for like $10. They're very inexpensive, and I use them to clean my camera, my glasses, my computer, just everything. They're very handy, and so I just always keep them in a little bag down here. I don't have any currently in here, but I will get them. I have another backpack similar to this that's a little smaller that I use daily. That's sort of my daily bag when I'm out, and I always have these little, they're called Compede. They're blister bandages, and they're the best bandages I have ever found for blisters. The athletes for the U.S. Olympic team actually use them. That's how I found out about them. I think you can only get them in England, so you may have to order them like through Amazon. Sometimes you can find them here at a weird Walgreens. That's where I got a bunch of them. I was in the Cape Girardeau, Missouri Walgreens, and I use them sparingly, of course, because they're so hard to find, but I always have them on a trip because they're just fabulous. So those live down here in this compartment. Now this compartment here is really nice because I can put a whole bunch of stuff in here. I always carry pens with me because you never know when I might do a live sale from the road or need to write something down. So I've got a couple of pens and pencils in this little holder, and then of course I always carry business cards because you never know when you're going to meet that person that you want to connect with later, or you want to share your YouTube channel with them, or they might be able to keep an eye out for something that you're looking for. So I always have a bunch of business cards, and of course I think it's kind of fun to carry this vintage cigarette case around with my business cards in it. So it's kind of the perfect holder for those. So I keep that in here. And then the neat thing about these To Me bags, for all of you guys that don't know, is they have this little plate on the inside of all of them. And what it is called a To Me tracer. So if this bag ever got separated from me, somebody could call that number on the tracer and give them that number, and then I could be reunited with my bag, which is pretty cool. So I love them, and they're registered to you, which is great. I also like that they have this little pocket back here because I always throw my wallet in here, and it's kind of hidden. You really wouldn't know once it's zipped that it's there. So if someone did try to open this in the airport, they really wouldn't be able to get my wallet very easily, which is nice. And of course, there's also down in here a key loop for my keys, so I'll probably throw my car keys in there. The other thing that I love too is that this bag just has so many little handy compartments. I love this little top compartment. I always throw my sunglasses and phone in here because they're so easy to grab when you need them. It's just fabulous. I use this little side compartment over here for my water because it's got an insulated pocket. It's kind of weather lined, and down here there's some sort of a vent, so if the water did spill it would drain out, which I like. And it's also good for umbrellas, so when I get to the airport I'll buy some water and throw it in here. This other side pocket is very handy for my portable charger. Now, I cannot live without this thing. My mom actually introduced me to these, I believe. They're called Anchor. That, I think, is the brand. Of course, there's a million of these out on their market, but I think the Anchor ones really do a good job, and they last the longest. Because I've had a bunch of cheap ones, and the Anchor power bricks from Amazon just seem to last forever. They're great. So I've obviously, as you can tell, put this one through the paces. Use it every day, and it is wonderful. It can charge 2 devices, and you never know when you're going to need to charge something, and you just can't be without battery. So I always keep that charged and in one of the side pockets of my bag. Now, this bag has a really roomy compartment in the front, and you wouldn't really notice it from the outside because it's kind of tapered here, but when you open up this bag, and you can just see too how easily the zippers work, they're amazing. This bag can expand. So you can really chock this thing full of all kinds of junk if you want to, and it is so handy for that. So normally when I'm just traveling by myself, I might bring my computer, a couple of chargers, and call it a day. But of course, when I'm going on a trip like this and I need my video equipment, it does take up more room, and I have more stuff with me. So in this main compartment here, I've got a couple of face coverings for the plane. I have more business cards so I don't run out of them. You could put pens in here if you wanted to. I don't have anything in there. And then, of course, I always travel with a little bag of snacks. I've got Kind bars in here right now. One time I got stuck in the airport late at night on a red-eye flight, and all the places were closed, and there was nowhere for me to get dinner. So now I always carry some snacks just in case I get hungry or delayed. I've always got something with me, which is great. The other thing that I absolutely love and could not live without is this little kit here. Now, I bought this many years ago on eBay for $25, which is a steal because it is another Tumi piece. You'll start seeing a theme here, guys. But this is made by Tumi, but it was in conjunction with, I believe, the skincare brand Matlin and Gotez. I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but this is just a wonderful thing because it is TSA approved. So if you haven't been on an airplane before or haven't gone through TSA in a while, basically you cannot take liquids over 3.4 ounces, and they have to be in a 1-quart zip top bag. So the nice thing about this is it's clear, just like a zip top bag would be, and you can put all of your small little essentials in the front, and all your toiletries fit in here really nicely. And I don't like having 2 bags for toiletries. You know, a lot of times people will put their liquids in one bag so that they could go through security, but then their deodorant and toothbrush and all that's in a separate container. That just is too unorganized for me. So what I love about this is TSA compliant, so I can fit what I need to in the front, and then the back part is clear as well, but I can also put my toothbrush and other things inside of it. So it's just one little nice compact dock kit, which I love. I just could not live without this thing. And as you can see, it's a little dirty because I've had it for so long, but it is still in amazing condition. The zippers are just fabulous. Another thing that's in here, and I don't normally carry this around, I usually have this sitting by my desk. It's rather kind of large, but this is basically another shaving kit, but I don't use it for shaving. I use it to put all of my cords, cables, memory cards, batteries, anything related to any type of technical device. It is in here. And I don't like to travel without knowing that I have the cable I need, because so many things use different cables nowadays, particularly with the way Mac computers are. They have that weird adapter now because they got rid of all the USB ports. So it's just nice to have anything you could ever need when you are out doing any type of filming or potential live streams with you. So I love having this little bag. And once I get there, I can take, of course, all of that out. And this is a great little lightweight bag to use when I'm out thrifting, which is awesome. Now, the other thing that I never leave without, and I always carry this with me, is a notebook. This is one of my favorite leather notebooks by Bosca. They are an Italian leather company I discovered years ago, and one of our local stores, I think they're a stationery store, was having a 75% off sale. So I got this at a steal, and I love it. It is my leather notebook, and I always carry this with me. I've got my travel itinerary in there. Any type of confirmation numbers for hotels or events or things that we're doing are all in there, so I can't go without them because I need that. I don't want to lose track of anything, and I don't want to get to a place and there be some sort of mix-up and I don't have the confirmation number. So I like having that. I also keep a legal pad in here because I've done live sales from the road. I've needed paper before to write items down and to keep track of buyers. So I just like having a little handy notebook along. You never know when you're going to need it. So that's really kind of what's in the main compartment. I do have these 2 little things down here. They hold anything you want, but they are really handy for my Rode microphones, which I may use for certain things that we do, but I'm thinking during the antiquing portion of this, I might just use my Rode shotgun, because I think it's going to be a little easier. I love the Rode mics. Mary Beth from Patbird Finds turned me on to these, and they are wonderful. But their battery life is not so awesome. So this might be something that I use maybe in the museums, and then just have my Rode shotgun for basic vlogging. So we'll see. But I'm bringing those with me just in case I really decide that I have to use those. And then this pocket will have my Lumi cubes in them, and I'm bringing those because I believe that we plan to do a couple of live hauls and fun things from the hotel, so I always want to have good light with me because, you know, hotel lighting is really terrible. So these are my Lumi cubes. This is my little filming room. It's still a mess since I just had a live sale, but those pack really, really compactly. They're great. So you just take them off the little stands and they throw a whole lot of light, and they're about the size of a small power bank. So they are so easy to pack. And after my live sale on Thursday, the day before I leave, I will just throw them in the bag, and I'll also throw my little microphone in there. I will take it off the little stand and it will fit just perfectly down in here, and then I'll have something for our live streams while I'm there, which is great. Now, the other thing that I always carry is this little bag here, and I like having a little handy-dandy bag clipped to the top because I don't like having to ruffle through my bag or rifle through my bag when I'm sitting on the plane trying to get settled and I want my headphones for my podcasts that I'm listening to, or just to listen to anything in general. So I always keep my headphones in here. I also have my backup portable charger in here in case that one dies. I always have two of them because they're just so fantastic. I can't be without them. So that's the main compartment, and then my laptop will go back here, and this is a kind of a special laptop compartment, so I thought I'd show it in case anyone's interested. This is not your average just laptop compartment. In most TSA places, in fact I'm pretty sure all over the world, make you take out your laptop so that they can scan it. But this actually is what they call a T-Pass bag. So it has a zipper here, and it zips all the way down to the bottom. And when you go through security, all you have to do is lay your bag flat like this, and this will scan right through the scanner, and you don't have to take your laptop out. So as you can see through this little tag here, it is indeed checkpoint friendly, and it is so handy. Now, you can't put anything else back here if you are going to use it as a laptop compartment, because it has to be completely empty other than a laptop for them to scan it, but it works beautifully, and I love that feature of this bag. I don't know if they're making the T-Pass ones anymore. Tumi's changed quite a bit since they were bought by Samsonite, but I love this bag, and as you can see, I mean, the stitching, the padding on the handles is extremely good quality, and I love that it's got a place here for this bag to fit over the handle of a suitcase. I mean, I just couldn't ask for anything more, and this is my best friend on the road. It really is great. So this is what I've got in my carry-on bag. Now, I've got this pretty much packed up, but I am going to add a few more things to it last minute, and then I'll take you in and show you my closet because I need to help picking out a hat. I don't know what hat to bring. Alright, so I've already got some packing paper here that I want to throw into this bag here, because this is the empty bag that I'm going to fill with some packing paper. That way, when I bring stuff home, I will have the packing paper, and I will have some empty Ziploc bags in case anything's dirty or I need to corral small items. So that kind of stuff is going into that bag. This bag is already packed with all of my clothes, underwear, pants, that kind of thing. Just sort of boring stuff. And then this is the hat that I'm considering bringing on the trip. I'm only going to bring one hat, and I want something that's kind of lightweight and cool, but also goes with a lot of things. And I think that this hat is the ticket. The black band will kind of dress it up if I decide to go anywhere a little bit nicer. And then, of course, it will be casual and cool, too, with that nice kind of rattan material that it has. So I think that's kind of going to be the perfect hat. But I wanted to let you guys get a pick of hats, and let me know in the comments down below what hat you think I should bring. I was also considering this boater down here, but I kind of think that it's a little bit too casual since it's got the brown band for some of the things that we might be doing, so I'm not sure. Of course, when we're out in the fields antiquing, it will not matter. It is just simply trying to stay cool. But when we arrive the first day, or I arrive the first day, I am going to have afternoon tea, and I need to be a little bit more dressed up. Not super dressed up, but just more presentable than what I would be wearing out into the field. So I think this hat might be it, but you guys let me know in the comments. Help me pick a hat for this trip. Now, well, actually, I probably will already be on this trip when you're seeing this video, but regardless, still leave a comment down below on your favorite hat. I've also packed an extra pair of shoes, which I don't normally do. I usually only travel with one pair of shoes. However, I learned on the World's Longest Yard Sale that sometimes the fields can be muddy, or you get soaking wet in the rain, and so it's always good to have a backup pair of shoes. So I did throw in an extra pair of Sperry's just in case my main pair does get wet and I need them to dry. So that's really kind of the only extra frivolous thing that I brought. Everything else is very practical and not too overpacked. So I'm kind of happy about that. And I'm thinking that these will be my socks that I wear on the airplane, my little record socks. They do make me very happy, and I'm planning on wearing this black and white shirt that is here, and I've got my black Sperry's that will be very easy to wear on the plane, super comfortable to walk in, and they'll go with everything, which I think is perfect. So those will be my main shoes. So that's kind of it, guys. We're almost wrapped up here, and I am very excited to head to Texas. I'm going to take you with me to the airport, to meeting everyone, and it is going to be a ball, so stay tuned. Well, guys, that was it for this video. Just a little short, sweet pre-travel vlog to share with you some of the things that I do to prepare for flying, packing, and getting ready for a trip like this. I hope you enjoyed seeing what was inside my bag, and of course, some of the things that I'm bringing with me. I hope you will vote on a hat down below. Help me decide what I need to pack, because it's just a few days before I leave, so I really got to get some of this last-minute stuff buttoned up. But thank you all for tuning into this video. I'm going to have more amazing content from Houston and Roundtop, so please stay tuned for that. Get excited, because there is going to be some fabulous stuff coming your way. And of course, before my next video, I'll be seeing you over on Instagram at vintage_and_vinyl. And I hope, as always, folks, that you will stay in, stay safe, and bend YouTube. Bye-bye, everybody.